Jaylen Brown has silenced his haters. Just a year ago, he signed a $300 million supermax extension, the richest deal in league history. Many fans and sport commentators said Jaylen was undeserving of such a large contract, calling him overpaid. The fact that he was coming off a forgettable Game 7 in the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals, in which he turned over the rock 8 times, only added fuel to the fire. But a year later, Jaylen has completely changed the narrative. In this season's Eastern Conference Finals, Jaylen averaged 30 points per game as the Celtics swept the Pacers, and he took home the Eastern Conference Finals MVP award. And in the NBA Finals, Jaylen had another great series, not only winning the championship, but also winning the Finals MVP. This video will break down how Jaylen lit up the Dallas Mavericks as the Boston Celtics won their 18th title in franchise history. Let's start off with what he's done on the offensive end. Jaylen has wreaked havoc in the finals with his drives to the rim, where his explosiveness makes him a devastating finisher, and the Celtics have made it easier for him to get to the rim by hunting Luka on defense. Here the Sam Hauser screen forces Luka to pick up Jaylen Brown. He gets by him easily and then posterizes Daniel Gafford. At the end of the third quarter of Game 3, the Celtics want to hunt Luka on defense again. Hauser comes and sets the screen. Luka doesn't even pick him up in time. Two Mavericks defenders try to step this up, but once Jaylen takes flight, it's over.
Jaylen Brown with the flush!
Jaylen loves to push the ball in transition as much as possible, and he's unstoppable once he gets ahead of steam. Here we have a 1-on-3 fast break. Jaylen easily gets by Luka, and Maxi Kleber decides to not even jump with Jaylen to avoid getting dunked on. Sam Hauser gets this rebound and passes it out to Jaylen Brown, and there's little the shorter Kyrie Irving can do to stop Jaylen from just rising and finishing over him. He doesn't only use his athleticism to score, he's also got great footwork. This time, Jaylen uses the up and under to get Derrick Jones in the air, then steps through and finishes. Derrick White hands it off to Jaylen Brown, forcing Kleber to pick him up, and he's going to win with the spin and the nice finish at the rim. Jaylen also gets to the rim a lot from cutting to the basket. Al Horford has the much smaller Kyrie Irving on him, so the Celtics want to get it to him on the post. And the second that Jaylen notices that Luka is ball watching and no longer paying attention to him, he cuts to the basket and gives himself the easiest bucket he's had all night. This time the Mavericks defend the Celtics in a 3-2 zone. Jason attacks the slower Luka, forcing Derrick Lively to rotate, and Jaylen doesn't just stay at the baseline. He cuts and gets himself a wide open dunk. What also makes his slashing ability hard to defend is his ability to shoot. So if the defense sags off of him, he'll just let it fly. Daniel Gafford doesn't step up high on this pick and roll, so Jaylen just pulls up from deep and knocks it down. The fact that Jaylen is a deadly shooter forces defenders to play honest defense on him, and then his bursting speed makes it nearly impossible to stay in front of him, making Jaylen Brown a nightmare to guard. Throughout these finals, Jaylen has been really tough to defend, and you know what's also tough to defend against? Hackers. If you use social media, you're vulnerable to cybercriminals who use online tools to get your password and hack into your account. According to statistics, 1.4 billion social media accounts are hacked every month, and once hackers gain control of your social media, they can wreak havoc in a lot of ways, such as accessing and stealing money from your bank accounts. In today's digital age, everyone needs protection to keep their bank accounts and financial well-being safe from hackers. Cybersecurity experts suggest using multiple strong passwords, monitoring your account activity, using credit freezes, and getting antivirus software to avoid getting hacked. But this is all time consuming. Why do this when you can just hire a cybersecurity company to do it all for you? My sponsor Aura does all this for me. They provide the best digital security to protect your online presence. Use my link in the description at aura.com/morehoops to get a 14-day free trial of Aura so you can see for yourself how Aura's many threat protection and prevention tools can be used to keep you safe online. Now let's talk about Jaylen's playmaking. The constant pressure he puts on the rim puts defenses in rotation, which creates assist opportunities, and Jaylen is very unselfish. Here he catches the handoff, attacks the basket. Kyrie has to step this up, so he passes it out to Derrick White, who drains it from the baseline. Jaylen brings it up in transition and Luka switches onto him. He attacks, which collapses the paint, and this time Derrick White gets an open look from the corner. Jrue Holiday gets downhill and kicks it out to Jaylen in the corner. He fakes out Derrick Jones, attacks baseline, attracts the attention of Dale Gafford, then makes the beautiful bounce pass to Jrue Holiday for the layup. Throughout the finals, Jaylen Brown created a ton of open threes for his teammates, and he didn't always get the assists, but oftentimes he got the hockey assists. This time Jaylen Brown gets in the paint drawing 2 defenders, he makes the right read to Jason Tatum, who makes the extra pass, and Al Horford drains the 3 with nobody near him. Jason Tatum screens for Jaylen Brown, forcing Luka to pick him up. After getting right by him, he swings the ball to Jrue Holiday at the wing, he makes the extra pass to Jason Tatum, and he drains one of the easiest looks he's had all night. Jaylen's scoring and facilitating has completely overwhelmed the Mavericks defense, and what's incredible is that he's doing this while taking the toughest defensive assignment, guarding Luka on the other end of the court as well. Now, this isn't to say that Jaylen has locked up Luka. Luka has given Jaylen buckets, but Jaylen has also forced him into several turnovers and bad shots. The Mavericks love to set ball screens for Luka, and Jaylen Brown is great at fighting through the screens and getting back into play. Here Jaylen fights through the pick, stays with Luka on the drive, doesn't go for the pump fake, and that's a great contest on the shot which forces the miss. Now Derek Lively gets the rebound, but he misses the putback. Once again, the Mavericks want to run some two-man game, but Jaylen Brown fights through the screen and swipes the ball away from Luka. Then Al Horford gets it out to Jaylen for a wide open fast break dunk. This time Luka wants to take Jaylen down to the post. He starts to back him down, but Jaylen is strong enough to absorb the bumps. He gets a hand up on the hook shot, which forces another miss. Luka takes Jaylen down to the post again. He tries the spin move, but Jaylen beats him to the spot, and Luka gets called for the charge. Jaylen misses the corner 3, but he doesn't let his lowest moment stop him from trying. He hustles back on defense and pokes the ball away from Luka, leading to a turnover. Jaylen picks up Luka full court. Luka tries to go behind his back, but that's cookies, and Jaylen tomahawks it. Not only did Jaylen play outstanding defense on Luka, but at times he locked down Kyrie Irving. On this play, Luka gets it out to Kyrie at the wing. Jaylen stays with him on this drive. He doesn't go for the up fake. Kyrie tries to pivot, but he does the cha-cha slide
To the left.
and it's a travel. Kyrie tries to ISO against Jaylen again. He gets everybody to clear out, but Jaylen more than holds his own. He stays in front of Kyrie, gets a hand on the ball, and Kyrie gets called for another travel trying to get it back. Not only was Jaylen's on-ball defense amazing, but he also made a lot of great defensive plays as a help defender. Kyrie gets by Holiday, but Jaylen tells him to get that weak stuff out of here. Jaylen is going to make 2 great defensive plays on the same possession. Luka wants to set up the rolling Derrick Jones here. Jaylen is the last line of defense, so he deflects this lob pass. Dallas gets it back. Tim Hardaway Jr. wants to set up Derrick Jones again, but once again, Jaylen meets him at the rim. All in all, Jaylen Brown had a great finals and a great overall playoff run. It looks like he kept the receipts of the people that said he was overpaid and used it as motivation. Even though Jason Tatum had the better performance in the closeout game, Jaylen's two-way brilliance made him extremely deserving of the finals MVP award. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this breakdown. What do you think of how Jaylen Brown has played throughout this finals? And what about the Boston Celtics? If they run back the same roster next year, can they repeat as champions? Let me see your thoughts down below in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys next video.